Hey everybody, this is Clarence Sherrill from Clarence Sherrill Bass. Yes, this is my channel that I'll be showing a lot of bass things, gig stuff, blah 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 blah. But mainly right now, I'm just gonna teach you some things. And today, I got a twofer for you. All right, so we're gonna be talking about the Nashville number system, but we're also going to talk about the major scale pattern. And so you get a twofer out of that because the Nashville number system is based off of the major scale pattern. Now, you may ask me, hey, Clarence, why do I need to learn the Nashville number system? What's the point? Oops, excuse me, I just burped at you. My bad. But the reason why it's so important to learn is because this is a tool that's used by a lot of musicians, especially when you're playing with somebody new, or even if you've been playing with somebody for a while that's experienced, and they need to make you to make a switch really fast. And what this is going to do for you is going to allow you to be able to play different songs, different scales, or different keys, I should say. This will allow you to play in different keys like that. And mainly the reason that is because the scales on the bass are all based off of patterns. It's not all just saying, oh, I know C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. I know where those notes are. It's very important to know where your notes are, especially your starting note. You want to know where those are. However, when it comes to moving around to different keys, that pattern that you're using, this major scale pattern, does not change. Now, you may ask me, oh, what if the song's in a minor? Well, to be very honest with you, a minor key is the minor key to a major key. All right. So, for instance, for C, the minor's A. And the way those work and connect is the notes that are in a major scale are the same exact notes in the minor scale, but starting on the sixth for the minor scale. Okay. But it's all the same. So you could play a minor key song in a major scale if you wanted to. You know, you could definitely do that. Um, but again, back to the number system. This is just a way that you can move, transpose fast, or if somebody needs you to play a specific note without saying the note in any key, the number stays the same because these patterns for each scale do not change. So that major scale pattern is the same major scale pattern in D, same major scale pattern in E flat, same major scale pattern in F sharp. They're all the same. Um, Obviously, the notes are different, but the pattern does not change. So that's the beauty of the number system. It allows you to play the same thing anywhere. All right, in any key. Um, and also, it's really, really, really helpful for ear training. Because one thing is, if I'm playing, like if I'm learning a song and the riff is, let's say it's C E F, right? Right. If I were to hear those sounds, I won't be thinking, oh, that's C E F. No, no, no. I'll be thinking, oh, that's 1 3 4. I can hear what a three sounds like, a four sounds like, a six sounds like, or more so, I can also hear the progressions. I can hear a turnaround that's 7 3 6. I know what that sounds like. I know what 2 3 4 5 sounds like. I know what 6 4 1 5 sounds like. And you see, I'm just using numbers. But see, the beauty of that, those numbers can be applied in any key. So if I'm listening to a song and I hear the pattern 6 4 1 5, but I don't know what key it's in, I can go home when I get my bass. I can turn that song on. I can find out where one of those notes are, and they're like, oh, okay. I know this. The first note's a six, so I found the six. So I know I can go. Oh, wait a minute, a six. Oh, that's a four. So now I know the one's a C. So I know we're in C major. All right. So it makes it really easy to break down songs and really catch on to things just by hearing. And that takes a lot of practice. It scales. You got to practice them a lot of times to get them down. But when you're thinking in pattern and you learn the patterns, you don't have to think about, oh, I need to learn how to play. I need to learn how to play the key E, or oh, I need to learn how to play the key of F sharp. I need to learn that. No, you need to learn the pattern and know where F sharp is at. There's a difference in that. I don't need to know all the all the notes in F sharp to play that. I don't need. If somebody said, "Okay, we're gonna be playing an F sharp," I know this is F sharp, and they'll be like, "Okay, we're playing an F sharp, but I want the progression to be 1 4 6 5." Oh, okay. So I know it's this. I know that's the progression. All right. So back to the lesson here. All right. So we're gonna start on C. All right. And C is gonna be the third fret down, which these blocks are the frets. The lines are the fret lines. When we play our notes, we always want to play close to the fret. That's where you get your clearest note. Not on the fret. You can play on the fret if you want to mute a sound, but you want to play closest to the fret. So right above the bottom of the fret, and you'll get your clearest sound there. All right, so this is C. Third fret down on the second string from the top, which is the A string. 1 fret, 2 fret, 3 fret. That is going to be C. All right, so what I'm going to show you here, you're going to have a diagram pop up, and it's going to be the C major scale pattern with the notation, or with the notes, versus the numbers. We're going to go over the notes first, so you can see what that looks like, and then we're going to go on to the numbers, all right? And I'm going to play through the C major scale, and like I said, this is a twofer. So you're going to get the C major scale pattern here. You get to see what that looks like, and you're going to get to learn the C major scale pattern, and in essence, learn the major scale pattern that can be applied anywhere, you know. So you want to practice these patterns over and over again. Get those ingrained into your head, you know, the shapes and how they move, because that will help you visualize when you play versus concentrating on, oh, is this the right notation, you know. Obviously that matters, but at the same time, it just takes a little bit of the guesswork out of it once you learn something. But anyway, back to it. All right, so first note is C, and you'll see the diagram here. First note is C. Next note is D. Next note is E. Next note is F. Next note is G. Next note is A. Next note is B. Next note is C. We're going to do that again, all right? First note is C. Next note is B. Oh, sorry. Next note is D. Next note is E. Next note is F. Next note is G. Next note is A. Next note is B. Last note is C, which is the root. All right. All right, so that is the major scale pattern in the key of C. If I were to move that up 2 more frets, it'd be the major scale pattern in D if I would play that same pattern, but starting on D. All right. So we're going to go back to C, and then I'm going to put up the numbers here. You're going to see the numbers diagram. The numbers diagram is going to go from 1 to 1. All right. Now you're like, that sounds weird. Well, 1 is the root, and we end at the root, but up an octave. Okay. So let's go through this real quick here. All right. So the C, which is the root, is going to be 1. The next note is going to be D, which will be the 2. The next note is going to be E, which will be the 3. Next note will be the 4, which will be F. Next note would be 5, which would be G. Next note would be 6, which would be A, which is also the minor. Next note would be B, or B, which is the 7. And the next note will be C, which is the root, which is a 1. All right, now we're just going to go over it just with numbers, all right? So we got our 1. We got our 2. We got our 3. We got our 4. We got our 5. We got our 6. We got our 7. We got our 1. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. And also, that's how you find your octave, too. Uh, I'll just say this real quick, even though it's probably too much information, but I'm just going to say it. So, to find an octave of a note, like let's say I know where F sharp is, right? No, let me stay in C. Let me say I know where F is, right? And so this is F. Now, if I want to find the octave of F, in this case, I'm on a 4 string, so my octave is going to be up and not down. If I was on a 6, it'd be down, but I'm on my 4, so it's up. All right, so the octave to my F right here. All right, so you want to think 2 strings up, or you can think 3 strings if you're counting the string you're on. So we go 1 string, 2 string, 3 string, and then 3 frets back. 3 frets back. Now, if it's a higher octave, it'll be 3 frets down. But it's always 3 strings up, three strings up, and 3 frets up or 3 frets down, depending if the octave is a higher octave or a lower octave. In this case, it's a lower octave. So, boom. So, and once you learn like some of the major key positions, like let's say there's a lot of songs in A flat. So if I'm in A flat, I know that's an octave, and so if I want to play a higher A, I know where that's at, right? So I know where my octaves are. So that's how you find octaves. Anyway, back to what we're going through here, and we're going to go back through the numbers one more time, all right? Back to the major scale in the key of C. All right, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. All right. So I'm going to do a quick exercise with you, and I'm going to play a little drum track, and I will do. This is a 3 for. I don't think that's a thing. But this is going to be a little extra thing here for you. And what I'm going to do is a basic blues pattern using numbers. So you can see how this works. And that's it. That's what we're going to do. But I'm going to do it in context. And like I said, this is going to be a good exercise to kind of just see how the number system works here. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to turn the beat on. Usually I have it set up, but I was lazy and lame and did not do that. So 1 second, please. And I'm back. Had to check my watch, make sure everything was still recording because I can see it on my watch. All right, so same key, starting on C. Sometimes you got to turn your bass up. All right, here we go. We're going to do the 1, which is a C. We're going to the 4, which is the F. To the G. To the 1. You can play along too. 1. To the 4. To the 5. To the 1. All right. Now I want you to try it on your own, and And I'll tell you the notes, okay? And when I say the number, when I say the number, I want you to play that number, okay? So I'm gonna say the number, and then we'll go a few times, and then the next number, so on and so forth. All right, you ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and 1. 4, 5, 'Back to the 1. All right, one more time. And 1. 4. Now to the 5. 5. And back to the 1. 1. All right. So what we're going to do now, we're going to do that. We're going to go 1, 3, 4. So looking at the pattern, that's what we're going to do, okay? So 1, 3, 4. And I'll show you how it goes first, and then you can play along. Ready? It's going to be 1, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. 1, 3, 4. All right. Now I'm going to change this up a little bit. Same thing, but we're going to add a 6 at the end. Okay. Now look at the diagram and you'll see where the 6 is at. Okay. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 3, 4, 6. 1, 3, 4, 6. 1, 3, 4, 6. 1, 3, 4, 6. All right. Now I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to tell you what to do. So just listen out to what I tell you. It's going to be a little bit slower, but I want you to listen out to what I tell you here, just so you can get used to that too, because again, this happens on the fly where people just call out numbers. All right. But it's going to be that 1, 3, 4. We're going to start with that first. Okay. And then I'll count you in. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and 1, 3, 4. 4. You weren't expecting that. 1, 3, 4. 4. Now we're going to add in that 6. 1, 3, 4. 6. 1, 3, 4. 6. All right. So now I'm going to give you a different one. And this time, I'm going to give you a real basic pattern, one that we hear often. And it's going to be a little bit weird. And I want you to stay in this pattern of the C major scale. Okay? And the reason why that is because I just want to get you used to the pattern. Because we could use a 6 down here, but we're not going to do that right now, which 6 is a lot easier to use down here for a lot of songs and patterns. But anyway, we're going to stay in this pattern here. All right. All right. The first note's going to be a 6. Next note's going to be a 4. Next note is a 1. Next note is a 5. Again. Then we're going to go with the 6. Stopped it on accent. 4. To the 1. And to the 5. All right. Now, I'm going to play it with you. That was just me showing you how it's going, how it goes. And if you played along, that's cool too. All right. But we're going to play it a little bit slower. And we're going to start on a 6. And I'm going to count you in, and you can play along with me. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready on the 6. 6, 4, 1, 5. All right, back to the 6. To the 4. To the 1. To the 5. Bingo. did it on purpose. But if you want to know a little secret, I use modes in there. All right, I did. And I use modes for everything. All in the key of C still. So watch my modes video again if you need to. It'll help you out. And I'm gonna make more mode videos, especially for individual ones. But I do want to go over the C major scale one more time, and then we can be out of here. All right. All right. C major scale, starting on the 1. All right. And we're gonna go with the C. All right. 1, 2, 3, and go. C, which is 1. D, which is 2. I couldn't talk. 3, which is E. Oh, I'm failing. Failure. I'm gonna do that one more time. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and 1, which is C. 2, which is D. 3, which is E. 4, which is F. 5, which is G. 8, which is 6. B, which is 7. C, which is 1 again. The octave. Now, one more quick thing before I go. Let me show you how to use these fingers on the scale. Now, I know you see me starting like this, but the proper way, and you should practice the proper way, but also always use all of your fingers if you can. Now, don't strain yourself. You can move if you need to, but you need this pinky to be strong. This needs to be strong. All right? All right, so I'm going to show you real quick through the C major scale on how you use your fingers real fast. All right? So we're going to go with the numbers because that's going to be a lot easier. All right, so your middle finger is going to be on the 1 for the major scale. Your middle finger. So that's the 1. All right, for that 2, you can use your pinky. All right, for the 3, use your index finger. For the 4, use your middle finger. For the 5, use your pinky. For the 6, use your index finger. For the 7, use your ring finger. And then for the octave, or the C, or the 1, or the root, use your pinky. Now, if you practice this way, you will strengthen that pinky. You will strengthen it. You need this pinky, especially for octaves. I hate when I see people play octaves like this. That looks crazy. Use your pinky. It's so much easier. Oh, man, that's a stretch. Why? Use your pinky. All right, anyway. And I'll help you play faster if you need to. All right? And when you practice these scales, also, if you can, and what you should do, and hopefully you will do, is practice them forward and then practice them back. You need to practice that over and over again. Get used to moving weird. All right? I like to make it weird. Oops. And now I get a little tripped up because I mainly play 6-string basses. 5 when I'm gigging, but when I'm in church and stuff, usually 6 string. Anyway, practice. Practice this major scale a million times. You should know what this looks like in your head. You should know the 3 and 4 is always together. The 7 and 1 is always together. So that's the 7-1. This is also 7-1. 3, 4. You should know those things. It makes it so much easier when you can think that way versus saying, oh, this is a D. Oh, this is a D. This is an F. A, oh, this is a G. Good to know the notes, yes. But to know the numbers, you can move in different keys and you can hear things a lot better when you're trying to learn things from by ear. And I can't believe I still got this drum beat going on. Probably should have stopped that a long time ago. And I also talk in tempo when I hear a beat. So if I'm talking fast, I apologize. I'm just staying in beat internally. But anyway, I'm going to stop this here. And I want to say Clarence Sherrill bass out. Even though that's corny. But I did it anyway. All right. See you on the next video.